So, this is Slowdive. You're on my show with no name. Slowdive is an English rock band from Reading, 40 miles west of London. That's genitalia of our giant friend, the island. Rachel Goswell on vocals and guitar, Simon Scott on drums, Neil Halstead on vocals and guitar, Nick Chaplin on bass, and Chris Seville on guitar. Halstead is the songwriter, and this is a dream pop band. Neil and Rachel had been friends as children at a Sunday youth group. They began music with a band called the Pumpkin Fairies. Slowdive formed when the Fairies vanished. The name Slowdive was taken from a song by Susie and the Banshees. Slowdive signed with Creation Records after a show with the band F30 was attended by Steve Walters, head of Rat EMI. A self-titled EP was well received. Later, the band said they preferred the early demos and the EP to their later work. Morning Rise was the next EP, and Holding Our Breath after that. Their single Catch the Breeze was number 1 on the UK indie chart. The band My Bloody Valentine set the parameters for indie shoegaze. Abrasive guitar and ethereal vocals, Slowdive fit with this, and the media dubbed them shoegazers. When Britpop and grunge got underway, shoegaze was shuffled aside. Slowdive had its direction and began working on their debut LP in 1991, Just for a Day. It went that same year. The press, who had grown glum with shoegaze, dismissed it as a dreary experience, but My Bloody Valentine came to the rescue with their own LP, Loveless, and the press had to recapitulate. Slowdive toured the US with Blur. Shoegaze was alive and well in the US, who found room in their nomenclature for grunge and indie concurrently. Slowdive re-released their early EP songs as an album, and they named it Blue Day. Their negative publicity made them self-conscious about their new songs. They asked Brian Eno for help. He did, and it worked. Thanks, Bri. Souvlaki was the next LP. It is seen as a harbinger of the Brit pop scene sensitivity. Nevertheless, Pygmalion became their last album. But there was a successful reunion in 2014.